You may be a PC nerd like myself that enjoys the more modern type of PC games, but this is really what gets me excited is going back to my childhood and seeing things now in 2025 being mentioned and Xbox 360 games coming to the next generation Xbox completely free of charge if you ended up owning those games and those Xbox 360 titles are actually linked to your account. That has me so excited because unfortunately, your boy has that 12 terabyte Kin Hank hard drive plugged into a little mini gaming PC with an 8945HS. And unfortunately, it just doesn't run the Xbox 360, the Xbox, the PS3, and the more modern consoles very well. It absolutely runs them, but unfortunately, it ain't playing them at 4K. And with the new Xbox and them going back in time and bringing the older Xbox 360 games over to the brand new Xbox just has me extremely excited. So first up, I wanted to go over the AMD RDNA 5 GPUs, including HDMI 2.2, and we do have the specifications. HDMI 2.2 supports 16K screens at 60 FPS. 4K and 8K screen owners are going to benefit from HDMI 2.2, 4.4, whatever. And then we also have the new Ultra 96 standard on HDMI 2.2. That's really all I need to say about this. I know that there's a lot of articles that are going super in depth with this, but all of those articles that are just going super in depth with all of this are kind of meaningless because at the end of the day, dude, like 8K 240 hertz, 4K 480 hertz, 10K 120 hertz, etc. That's just like something that none of us are ever going to be playing games at. I mean, the 5090 can't even do like 4K 200 FPS. So let's just keep our expectations realistic with this one because I just don't see that ever being something that any of us use. But let's go move on to the Xbox and the king of supporting old games with its Xbox 360 dashboard update. So a quick summary here is Microsoft supports original Xbox games on the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series X, showing a commitment to the older library. Xbox 360 receives a new dashboard update despite being 20 years old. A surprising and pleasing, or it surprised and pleased a bunch of users. Oh my goodness, I'm a real human that just made a mistake reading really quick, just so that we can clear this up. I'm not a news channel. I am an actual real life human sharing things that he enjoys. If you do not like the type of stuff that I share, that's totally cool. You can go and watch somebody else. I just want to make that clear because it seems to be a pretty big misconception. I personally think it's kind of obvious with the way that I talk and share things. I'm not like reading these articles to you. I am just a friend talking about things that I find interesting and wanting to share with other people that would also be interested in it. This is something that's lacking on YouTube now. Everybody expects everybody to be some sort of AI robotic robot that just gives them information and then they go about their day. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a real friend that literally just sits here, hangs out, talks with you, shares things that you also may be interested in, that I'm interested in. Also, what do you think about the like 5-year-old hair? Does that not like remind you of like 5-year-old hair? Normally I like style it, but it's like getting too long to do that and it's honestly annoying my face if I'm real. But either way, man, this just has me so excited because Xbox is updating their Windows application. They're updating everything on computers. And it just, the reason it has me so excited is because I'll be real, I didn't have a massive Xbox 360 library. I ended up trading my Xbox 360 for one of the fat PS3s. And the fat PS3 that I had, the only reason that I ended up trading my Xbox 360 for that thing is because that console had the fat PS3 had I want to say homebrew, but it was like a modded PS3. It had like the older Super Nintendo emulators, and this was before I was aware of any of the emulators on PC. I just knew that the PS3 had like a massive library of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of games, and I was like, yo, I want that because I had an Ouya beforehand, And for those, that's how old I am. I had an Ouya. but anyways, man, so I traded my Xbox 360 for that, but I want to say I probably had about 15 Xbox 360 games that I really liked before I moved over to that PS3. And then I also ended up getting a modded Wii, which is to this date still one of my most popular videos on YouTube. But either way, dude, this just has me very excited because if we don't have to rebuy those older titles that we had on our Xbox consoles, so basically what they're going to be doing here is your Xbox 360 library. It's like it's all linked to your account. And I know that there's going to be people that are thinking, "Oh, well, you should just be able to put your disc in and then it'll like read the fact that you own your game." First of all, discs get scratched, so you're kind of SOL if you get a bad copy of a game. Second of all, people will say, "Well, can't you just scan the UPC code or something like that so that you can get a digital version of that game?" Think about the amount of people that are reselling games. And then they're like, "Well, if you buy a game that's been resold and it has a UPC or whatever the barcode there, I'm trying to think, serial number, and it scans and it goes to your Xbox account and the old code gets like removed from the new code, then you're not paying. I'm trying to think of a way to. So if me, let's say I buy a 360 game, oh, scan, let me play it. Oh, I don't want this game anymore, sell it. And then some other guy activates the code, but he publishes it on his Facebook page. Hey, I got a code. And then everybody starts like using the same code. And then like this guy's account no longer has the game. This guy no longer has the game. That guy no longer has the game. It's the internet. Everybody, and then you get these like little credit card scanner little things. Let me zoom through a bajillion amount of numbers of credit cards. So you get my point, dude. The games kind of have to be linked to your account to prove that you know it, that Xbox knows you own it, if that makes sense to you. Which I mean, I think that that's a good way to go about doing it. I mean, it kind of sucks for people that whatever don't remember their Xbox 360 account like myself, but I have a pretty, I mean, I don't know, dude. You already know there's going to be a lot of mobs. So this right here, graphics card vendors have started to show off their RTX 5050 models, and they're looking ridiculously huge for such a tiny GPU. There are some, let me close this out. We already went over that. We already went over this. I'm going to close that. There was a small form 5050, like a low profile version of the RTX 5050. ETA Prime, one of the creators of Launchbox. I mean, I'll actually open this so that people can see what I'm talking about when I say Launchbox. He made a video on the low profile version of the RTX 5050, but honestly, dude, don't buy this graphics card. It's such a piece of crap. It's supporting NVIDIA right now, and they're really manipulating the market just because nobody can compete with them. So this is Launchbox right here. Whoa, do I have a new update? Let me go to my favorites. So these are just some games that I've been playing lately. I've been going back to my childhood and playing like a lot of the cartoon games because it's like this is such a bad game. But dude, the Wild Thornberries, bro, I love that show when I was a kid. Same thing with Rocko's Modern Life. This is such a bad game, dude, but it's like it brings my memories back of the show. And the same thing, the Rocket Power games they're not terrible, but they're also not very good. Shrek 2, this is just a literal joke of a game, but it's so bad that it's funny. It's kind of funny. And then they also have like a lot of these older like for people that remember the old the Game Boy video games, like the Game Boy Advance, like they had like the video like actually it might show up. But either way, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole. I only have a bunch of the older consoles on that anyways. But either way, don't buy this, dude. It's just such a bad thing. So this right here, 800 RTX games and applications are now available. DLSS 4 is coming to Diablo, Eternal Strands, and much, much more. So this is basically just a massive update for a bunch of people looking to get into like better performance, better shaders, better upscaling, better AI features inside of their games. And look, I know that there's a lot of people that hate on AI, But I mean, if it makes the gaming experience better, dude, I don't really understand the negativity towards it, because as somebody that likes playing emulators and using these emulators to play their old games, there's a feature in RetroArch. It has to be AI doing it. There's no way. There's no like way around what it's actually doing. So it takes a little 4x3 like retro game that used to be played on a 4x3 CRT TV, and then there's this like AI that like it adds like resolution to that 4x3 image to make it 16:9. I'll literally show you right now. So this right here, this is just a little thing that I made. But if I come here and I disable, because this is literally how I play the games. I'll throw this image because it just, I don't know, it brings like a warm. Here we go. Here, this is what I was gonna do. So you see, this is literally how this is this is being played on RetroArch right here. This is not like me playing this on a Nintendo Switch. See how the side is like not fully loaded in, that little floor thing. Watch when I'm done reading, it'll see how it comes in. See how it goes out. Now it's not there. Like that area of the game is like being generated by AI. But either way, the reason I like making these like little warm, cozy little whatevers, I don't know, dude. It makes it more enjoyable. Enjoyable. It makes me feel like I'm like in a game room. I'm such a nerd, dude. I really am. I'm such a weirdo. So AI's inflection point, echoes of hardware disruption. So I got to be real, man. I kind of feel like this is one of the reasons that NVIDIA has been so crap with their newer graphics cards. I genuinely feel like there's some sort of a reason that they're they're not producing the amount of graphics cards to put on the market. So this is about tech revolutions from PCs to smartphones, AI disruption, the open source surge, our chip giants repeating tech history, AI native hardware and open innovation. Chip makers must disrupt themselves now. Wrapping up and the AI inflection point. And basically, for those of you that are unaware, AMD actually has a new. It has this like AI 9395H. It's such a stupid name. But either way, it's a chip that like takes the RAM in your computer, puts it on the CPU, and it allows stuff to like perform better. So I really feel like there's some reason that NVIDIA just hasn't put the amount of graphics cards that they should have on the market. And if we come over here, that the 5 PC hardware trends that we desperately need in 2025 and beyond is: one, better testing and accountability before launch; two, substantial generation gains or nothing; three, cheaper DDR5 motherboards and Gen 5 SSDs. I don't really see this as a problem, in all honesty. Motherboards aren't very expensive. Four, real, or two in their mind, for real competition in the budget segment. This is actually extremely important, and why I'm saying to not buy this right here. And then number five, where is it? Robust supply and realistic MSRPs. This is huge, but I do feel like the reason this is, I do think that this is being done for a reason, and that is because of this right here: AI's inflection point and the echoes of hardware disruption. I think that like NVIDIA has this like super like ridiculous massive inventory, and they're basically getting rid of it while at the same time trying to control the inventory so that they don't end up with like you got to keep in. Look, I don't like it as much as the next guy, but you have to keep in mind that companies like NVIDIA, like, dude, just think about this. And I know that this is like nothing to them, but like imagine having 1,05090s just sitting here in inventory. Just think about that. Think about what I just said: 1,05090s at $2,000 a pop. That's just 1,000. That's $2 million worth of graphics cards just sitting here. But you have to keep in mind, dude, that there's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people buying these things. So then we move into the 10,000. That's $20 million worth of graphics cards just sitting here. So then we get into the 100,000. This is like where they're actually like, this is the more realistic type of stuff where we're getting into like 100,000 5090s just sitting here. What is that? That's two. Is that 200 million or is that 2 billion? I can't do that math. But despite that, bro, then we have the 50, 80,000, 10,000, you know, that's actually more, that's easier to do the math there. So 50, 80, 100,000 of those. So that would be 100 million because you just add 3 zeros. Yeah. Right? But you get my point, dude. So the reason this is being done is because I really do feel like AI is at a point right now where they're literally going to start replacing hardware. And if you don't believe, just look at your phone. Like, dude, your phone play. Like, look, I get that there's a difference between a mobile device and a full-blown computer with all kinds of different hardware. And this is part of the reason that consoles are able to perform. I don't want to say on par, or I don't want to say the same as a PC, but they do perform on par with a PC because if you play games with a high-end computer like a 5090 or a 5080 or something in 4K, and then you look at if I had a Death Stranding 2, it's a new game, right here running on my computer, and then I had Death Stranding 2 right here running on a PS5, there is a massive difference in what that game looks like. First of all, shadows, regardless whether or not it's a PS5 Pro and it has RTX turned on, totally different. It's like the PC is like high max cranked out, and then the PS5 is like dumbed down to like the lowest of the bare bones minimum settings in order to brag that they're playing the game in 4K. That's what it's like. So anybody that has a computer and is gone, or if you're there Borderlands, a lot of there's actually a new Borderland, but a lot of the Borderlands games on even on console like allow you to adjust the settings, allow you to adjust the field of view. So if you do that, like you can, or the PS5 even has like I don't have a PS5, but they have that performance mode, and then they have their upscaled mode. So that's what I'm getting at, dude. Like there's a very big difference on what it looks like. So either way, the reason I'm going about explaining that, so I understand that there's mobile devices that are able to play these mobile games better because they're all for the most part, they're all using a pretty similar spec sheet, if that makes sense. And I feel like the reason that NVIDIA did this like paper launch and there was like nothing available for such a long period of time is because Jensen is in the AI space. So with all these like features that we got DLSS, we got fake frames, fake upscaling, fake this, fake that, AI this, AI that, AI everywhere, and let me AI arise your entire life. And I even fell into the AI trap, and it honestly breaks my heart. It genuinely does. It's even annoying that I have to give that quick little intro right now where, dude, I consider it pretty obvious the way that I go about making my literally, I'm more of like a podcast friend news sharing thing. I don't know. I genuinely do not know what to consider myself. I literally just find interesting stuff that I want to talk about, and then I share it with people. I really don't have like a niche. Like my banner even says that. But despite that, dude, let's go ahead and move on. Stalker 2's 1.5 mega patch just barely dropped. Like I actually do want to finish up, but I won't take too long. But the AI stuff, where I actually want to go. Where's yeah, right here. So this is another example that I wanted to show. So AMD researchers reduce graphics card VRAM capacity of 3D rendered trees from 38 gigabytes to just 52 kilobytes. Think about that. So this is the type of stuff that I think, actually, let's just go ahead and talk about this because yeah, the other stuff will all kind of align together anyways. So this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about because technology is, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's the same as AI, but it's similar to AI because it like, I'm kind of eating my own words, but like, let's say like the people use this reference all the time, like AI's like image generation. People are like, you got to remember, this is the worst it's going to be. Like, as soon as like AI is able to do something, like that's the worst it's ever going to be. And then as the time goes on, it gets better and better and better, and it learns from itself as it creates, which just like technology, people are going to say, oh, that's not true. Like NVIDIA, like they make stuff worse. Have you used ChatGPT after the updates? At least to me, dude, it's worse. I don't like, they have like 10 different models, so you got to know which one to use now. The responses sound extremely robotic because, and it doesn't even matter because people are becoming robots now, and they're not even able to, like, there's literally studies being done on this. Like I really am, I'm a weirdo, dude. Like I love outer space. I love learning about the universe. I love learning about dinosaurs. There actually is a new Walking with the Dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure it's on PBS. And there's literally a new Walking with Dinosaurs series. I love how the universe works. It's like one of my favorite shows ever. And then there's like new updates. Like you can even go and search this right now. The new telescope out in the universe, or that's mapping out the universe, just barely found a galaxy that existed before the universe's Big Bang. So it shouldn't even exist. So, and anyways, and then there was also a new dinosaur the size of a dog that was just barely discovered. But I don't even know why I was explaining it, but I'm a nerd. What was I talking about here? I don't even remember what I was talking about. I feel kind of, oh, technology and AI. So AI, it doesn't always improve. That's a your opinion whether or not it's improving. You know, like from your perspective, it's improving, but maybe from my perspective, it sucks. You know, so and yeah, so you get my point. So technology isn't just always improving. Um, or just like AI isn't always improving. I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know. I completely forgot where I was going with this. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm gonna leave a comment on your opinions of where I was about to go because I know I was explaining that I just forgot. But this right here, this fun mod turned a Fisher Price Game Boy into a functional emulator. Tell me that's not cool. Tell me that's not cool. I would so totally rock that thing. You know you would as well. I would definitely rock that. But you see what I'm saying, man? Like, oh, that's where so AI always improving. So you could imagine playing Cyberpunk 2077 on this right here. Like imagine just using AI out the Palooza, like just DLSS 7.9 with this and that feature enabled, and just poof, there's your Cyberpunk 2077 running on your Fisher Price Game Boy with an NVIDIA emulator. But you see what I'm saying, dude? This is the type of stuff that's making me think or making me wonder, like, there has to be something going on behind the scenes for NVIDIA to do a paper launch out to Palooza. All right, so this right here has me super excited because this is like one of my favorite shows ever. The first three, even now, dude, even the first three episodes are still so hard for me to get by. They're so hard for me to get through. So it's one of those, it's like The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones as well. They're like some of the best shows out there, but the first few episodes are so boring. They're literally frustrating to watch. Even as a fan of the series, I don't understand why companies do that. I really don't understand why they do that, or not companies, but whatever. big blockbuster things. But this kind of reminds me of a not just Mass Effect, but the what is that? Star Citizen there. It kind of reminds me of a Star Citizen type of combat because it's not like Destiny level of like super unrealistic, like I don't even know what's happening, even though it's like it's literally set in outer space. But you get my point, man. And this article goes over it's just inspired by Mass Effect, Baldur's Gate, and it's like a Souls like, and it isn't, and it's even a little bit similar to Persona 5. I don't I'll be real, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, and it's been a long time since I played Dark Souls. But the combat to me reminds me more of like Star Citizen and like Mass Effect. That's like the two things it reminds me of. But dude, this show is so good. This is such a good show. What the heck? I mean, I just got clickbaited. Oh my goodness. Liver failure. That's a funny comment. What happened to him? I gotta look this up because now I'm curious. Liver King arrested. I know you are all curious as well. Liver King arrested in Austin after threatening Joe Rogan on Instagram. Ah, okay. How did they get into a? Oh my god! Because Joe Rogan likes fighting. Oh no way! Nah, dude. Did they actually get into a fight? Did they actually go like boxing? Nah, dude. Hold up. All right, we're not gonna. I don't want to get. I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole. Well, I know you guys all saw that too, and we're like, no way. There's no way people don't know who that guy is. So Xbox's Windows app is now listed, or Xbox Windows app now lists titles from Steam, Epic Games, Riot Games, and much more. Now this is going back to the emulator stuff, dude. I just don't. This is so cool. This is so cool because listen, it's not, and keep in mind, this is all leaks and rumors and crap at this point because the next generation Xbox is obviously not out yet. But they have confirmed it's literally just going to be a computer. And then the Asus Rogue version, the little handheld, they partnered with people on, like that's going to be the more console-y thing that they have. But the actual like next gen Xbox console that's going to be coming with that is literally going to be a computer, which is why they partnered with Asus, which is a freaking computer handheld. But either way, my point in that, dude, is because I want people to know that this isn't just going to be some like garbage, like PS, like PlayStations, like I haven't had a PlayStation in a really long time. I think it's called PS Now, but I don't remember. Let's go just use Nintendo's because I'm actually familiar with that. But Nintendo's like virtual library where they literally take, oh, hey, here's your 240p Game Boy game. Play it on your new modern like 4K monitor. Here you go. Here's your 240p game. Here, enjoy it. All right. So, so yeah. And then the Super Nintendo. Look, dude, I still like those games, and obviously with emulators, even if you're playing those games at their natural resolution and you toss like a CRT shader, it looks fine on even on a massive 85-inch TV. It still looks fine because it has this, but you can't do that on the Nintendo Switch. But my point in saying this, dude, is because it is literally like you're actually going to be having your Xbox 360 library already upscaled into 4K for you. And if you own those games and they're linked to your account, you're going to be playing these Xbox 360 games in that resolution, if that makes sense to you. So it's pretty much just going to have a full-blown Xbox 3 Xenia emulator like on it for you. That's what I'm saying, dude. And I mean, obviously they're going to have their virtual console as well, and I'm sure that there's going to be, I'm trying to think of a word, loopholes, I guess, around whether or not you owned those games or not. But you can understand why I'm excited for this is because if it's a computer and it has USBs like on your Xbox, there will be people that find out how to manipulate that USB. Let's just keep it at that. All right. So I'm just excited for this. First of all, it's got all your Steam games, all your Epic games, all your Riot games, and much more. So you can't tell me that this is not cool for you. And I mean, if they're like really like pushing this partnership with Sony, this partnership with Nintendo, which I don't think Nintendo has. Has Nintendo added Forza to the console? I know that they added it to the PS5, but they're trying to put their, so basically what Microsoft is trying to do is they're moving away from the physical consoles and they're moving into the like digital cloud of consoles. Does that make sense? And I want to make it clear, dude, look, I don't I don't like the fact that we never own anything. It's like this is one of the main reasons I feel so bad for like the current. I really don't follow the Gen Z baby boomers and whatever. So I really don't know if I'm like mislabeling these people, but Gen Z is what I'm thinking are gonna pay for everything but never own it. They got applications for your freaking car now. You got applications for this. You got a subscription for that. You got this. You got that. It's like you literally pay for everything that you like use and have, but you don't own any of it. And it's like, then you have people like me that like even I have to like I have to. So I have my personal car, and then I have to lease. You literally have to lease a second car in order for it to be a business expense, which means I never own the car. So there's literally benefits to paying for subscription from a business perspective. And it's like, okay, so you're forcing me to give in to this capitalism cycle in order for me to not have 50% of my income stolen and going over to the wars that I don't even care about. You know what I mean, dude? So it's like, look, I have no issue paying taxes, dude. I really don't. I mean, I don't understand like this whole, I'm the least political person ever, dude. I just don't care. I see all that stuff as excuses, blaming the president for not whatever. I just don't follow any of it. So I'm probably going to eat my words right now and anger everybody that does follow politics. But listen, this big like tax thing that Trump just barely released. So I just look, man, I'm not, and this is where I'm saying I really don't have an issue paying taxes, but just really let this sink in, okay? So if you're making, I haven't been in this bracket for a long time, so I don't remember. Let's say you're making 25 grand. I don't even think you could survive off that rate. But then you have the welfare. So let's say you got 25 grand. You're making 25 grand. What do you pay in taxes? Like 10%, something like that, 5%. I really don't remember so 10%. So you save, so you're paying $2,500 per year, as in 365 days. So you care about saving what? $1,000 off this huge budget, whereas the entire country is literally going to lose trillions and trillions of dollars. Okay, so that's just 25 grand. Okay, so there you go. You get my point, dude. So you got these like middle class people that, in all fairness, these are the people that are really disappearing and do kind of need this. Let's use 15% for 50 grand, and then we'll move where I'm at. So you get these people with 15 grand that are about to save what, like 1,500, maybe $1,000, and then you have the people like. So then you have the people that are making six figures, dude. like really let this sink in, man. So you have these other people that are making like six figures, seven figures, and then we go into the like billionaires, dude. All right, these are the people that are like actually going to see like a return and be like actually like, oh hey, thanks for like not charging me 20 grand on taxes. I really appreciate that. Thanks for giving me 20 grand. The literal people that like are like needing the money, there's your full income right there. Oh, thanks for saving me 20 grand. And then all the people, oh well, you should donate that, you should donate it, you shouldn't keep the money you worked for. Look, so and again, I'm not political, so I really don't care. But it's like, dude, it's so manipulative the way they go about doing. I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole. I'm totally getting way off topic, but it breaks my heart, man, that people are like, why are they caring? Like, why do they care? Let's round it up, okay? So the people here with an income that like anything under six figures. So these are the people that actually care about this tax bill. Okay. And this is what's going to happen. These people that actually care about saving $1,000, bro. Look, man, if you care about saving like $1,000, $2,000 per year on your taxes, then you need to find a side hustle, because it's like, that's so meaningless. $1,000. What is it? It's 1 month of rent. Not even. It's not even a month of rent, dude, anymore. It's like a month of groceries. Oh, so you're able to pay. So there you go. So you're saving $1,000, and then you have these people that are making six figures, seven figures, eight figures. These people, like, we're gonna be saving like 20, 30, 40, $50,000 on our taxes now. But that's not what we're paying, dude. Like, we're saving. Like, as in, we're saving that amount. We're saving $20,000 from what we originally would have had to pay. So all these people that are like, that care about this is what's going to happen. All these people that care about it are going to basically lose every single benefit that they have. Food stamps, gone. Cash assistance, gone. Medicaid, gone. Social Security, gone. Social Security disability, gone. Subsidized living, gone. Section 8 housing, gone. So these people care about saving $1,000, but they're literally losing like the 10 or 20 or 30 other welfare programs worth of money that they were receiving. Dude, and it's going to break my heart, because it's going to divide our country even more, because it's happening right now. Like, as we speak, Intel just laid off thousands of people. Amazon just laid off hundreds of thousands of people. Microsoft just laid off tens of thousands of these companies, dude, they're replacing people with AI. And it's not they're not replacing the CEOs. They're not replacing the managers. They're not replacing the hard to get jobs. They're replacing the middle class that cares about all this crap. Dude, it's just going to be a really rude awakening for people. Again, I don't know the full story behind. I do know about the tax thing, because it's so hard to avoid right now. Because of what's happening over in Iran. You open up YouTube, it's just like boom, right in your face. Yeah, it's like now it's with shorts too. I hate that. I'm sure you guys have noticed this. You type in the search on YouTube on your phone, and like the first like half of what it's all shorts. There's like no way to disable shorts. It's so annoying, dude. It's like, dude, I don't want to get trapped into your short funnel, because that's what happened. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You watch one short, oh man, 10 years later, oh, I'm still scrolling. Wait, what? What happened to the world? So yeah, I fall into that trap too. So Star Wars Galactic Civil War is a hefty RPG with major Fallout vibes. Come over here. Is this the right one? Nope, it's not the right one. Where's the trailer? One. All right, let's just watch this one, because it's literally in the title. I can't remember the one I watched. Whoa, dude, relax. But you can see it's pretty cool. That does not look like 1440p. But either way, dude, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool looking. But yeah, let's go ahead and move back over here. So this right here, this is just the AM. We already went over this. So yeah, dude, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. I know this was a super long video. But again, man, people seem to like the longer stuff. And it breaks my heart too, because it's like the people that like don't like how I make they make it so obvious. They like, oh, I want you to copy this YouTuber that's copying and pasting these millions and billions of other YouTubers that are literally using AI to write your short little dopamine freaking giving script. Here's your same video that every other, it's almost like you couldn't just like go watch one of the other people that are just fucking copying